Hi, Taurus. I am the Awakened Dreamer, and I'm here to give you a weekly reading for the week of August 10th to the 16th, okay? And I, of course, want to take this moment to thank all of my new and returning subscribers. Welcome, everybody. And I do more than appreciate all of your likes, shares, and comments. So make sure you head on down below and do just that. And while you're down there, you'll see all of the information about booking your personal reading with me, as well as if you have a yes or no question you like answered with the pendulum. I can most definitely do that for you as well. All you got to do is shoot me a quick email and I will get started on that for you, okay? But I did meditate on your energy before beginning this reading, and the message that came through was striking back is not okay. I'm going to repeat that. Striking back is not okay. Feels like it might be a week of conflict for you, potentially carrying through from previous weeks, but let's dive in and find out more for you, okay? First and foremost, let's pull a few messages from the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds deck. What do we have for Taurus, please, for the upcoming week? Thank you, Spirit. Interesting. What else do we have for Taurus? Thank you so much, Spirit. What else do we have for Taurus? And we need just one more to get going. Are you telling me just go with the first one? Okay, beautiful. So to get started, we have resurrection for you guys. Comeback, rebirth, renewal. I'm hearing a comeback that nobody expected. I'm also, for some reason, hearing allowing yourself to redo things, maybe in the way that they should have been done, allowing yourself a chance to start fresh in a sense. A very death card kind of feeling coming from this, like death and rebirth card from the tarot deck. And a renewing sense of fulfillment is coming through as well. Feels like a very new version of Taurus, potentially. But let's keep going. The second card out was the Secret of Camelot, the Authority of Spirit. Allowing Spirit to guide you where you need to go is what I'm hearing. Being one with Spirit, co-creating with them is another message that's coming through. Going with the flow even when you don't have all the answers, okay? Oh, I love this. Exploring the unknown with them, with your spirit guides, if you will. That's beautiful. They're trying to help you create the life that you deserve. I hope you realize that. And then the third card is Sacred Journey. Introversion, seeker, self-knowledge. And I'm hearing teaching yourself all that you need to know. I feel like this has a lot to do with learning from certain situations, you know, maybe having to do with not striking back, that type of situation, where somebody may come at you in a certain way, or you're dealing with a sort of rough situation like that, and you're allowing yourself to not only learn from that situation, but from past situations, to grow and to figure out how to react in a different way, or to proceed in realizing how your reaction does affect the situation. But they're advising you that, yes, you're teaching all the self-knowledge is great, along your journey, but seeking guidance from your guides or potentially others is totally acceptable, okay? And I'm hearing your journey is more sacred than you realize. I feel like you have a lot more to offer to those around you and the world in general than you give yourself credit for at times. Okay, Taurus? I feel like you very much so have a purpose on this planet. Your soul, if you will. But let's continue. That was a good start. Let's continue by pulling 7 tarot cards for you, one for each day of the week. Do you want to start off by shuffling, of course? Ooh, look where I just split the deck. I'm being told to show it to you. The Fool card and 10 of Swords. All about going with the flow and trusting that Spirit has a plan for you, like we were just talking about. And 10 of Swords, letting go of unhealthy ways of being from the past, maybe old habits or old ways of approaching situations that are a bit rough, like we were talking about. Very interesting. Don't mind me as I struggle. One more time. One more shuffle. Alrighty, Spirit. What do we have for Taurus for this upcoming week, please? Taurus. Oh, good start. Love this card. What else do we have for Taurus, please? Keep it coming, Spirit. What else do we have for Taurus? Please and thank you for this upcoming week. Flying onto the ground. I feel like you're ready for just diving right into whatever's happening in your life. I'm being told to just pull the rest for you. So starting off on Monday, my friends, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful start. Sitting there in your power, feeling financially stable. I'm hearing not allowing people to come in between you and your future. I feel like this might pertain to this confrontational situation that you're being advised not to strike back in. I'm hearing just be you. And don't allow others to convince you otherwise. Beautiful. And then moving right along to Tuesday, we have the Knight of Swords. I started charging after your dreams. I feel like this has a lot to do with this comeback, this rebirth. You feel like, you've had it with all of the BS that has happened in your life or that you've dealt with along the way. And it's now time for you to charge forth and make your life into what you want it to be, what you deserve. Going after your passions. But it's almost as if moving onto Wednesday, as you are charging after what you want out of life, it puts you in this mindset where you start to kind of think back and reflect. A very nostalgic feeling, if you will. Thinking back to the good, the bad, what you've been through, how you've come to be the way you are, what's caused you to make your way to this rebirth, this comeback, if you will, to begin with. Excuse the noise in the background if you do hear that. And then we have the Ace of Wands on Thursday. I just heard such a strong intuition and creativity that lasts forever. Wow, I love that. Letting your intuition guide you side by side with spirit. It's just such a beautiful combination to feel confident as you charge forth in towards what you believe in and what you deserve in life. Okay? And then we have the Justice card for Friday. I'm hearing letting the scales balance themselves out. I love that. I feel like this is truly relevant to whatever situation you're dealing with that's making you feel like you might want or tempted to strike back. It's reminding you, Spirit's reminding you, the universe is reminding you to let those scales balance themselves out, all right? Take a step back. You don't necessarily need to retaliate, in a sense, for them to get their justice, for things to balance out in your favor, okay? Somebody needs to hear that. I'm hearing you're going to come out the other side a winner, but only by trusting spirit and your intuition and not striking back. And then on Saturday, we have the Tower card. Ooh, I'm hearing the end of all this BS in your life. I feel like you guys have been put through it, my friends. And I feel like it's the end of a bit of a mental struggle as well. Letting go of what's not meant for you and accepting the power to go after what you deserve, whether it's financial or just that inner peace you deserve. And it's almost as if because you decide on Friday that, or not even that you've decided, because the Tower is more about the universe and spirit coming through and being like, this is bad for you. We need to knock it out of the way, you know? Because you maybe have held on to it a little too tightly. But it almost feels like because this is happening, it's giving you a bit of a headache and some frustration to end the week. And they're advising you to not let this carry into the next week, okay? This frustration and aggravation is not meant for you. And it's only a small side effect from such a big change happening. And I feel like for some of you, having these aligned, this Knight of Swords, you going after what you want and desire in life and your dreams and passions, may cause a certain ending or of a situation with somebody or a job or a place, and not everybody's going to support that, and that's fine. Let them be, you know? Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but it's your life at the end of the day, Taurus, okay? And I'm hearing you're going to be stronger because of what you've been put through. Or for some of you, what you put yourself through, depending. And this is not your future, is what they're trying to tell you. Okay? You're going through this rebirth, this renewal for a reason, because you're meant for more. Because you're on this sacred journey, or you're about to begin it. Okay? So as you go along the week, please don't be afraid to go after what you deserve, all right? Just don't be looking back to negative memories too much when you are feeling nostalgic. And make sure whatever you do, trust in spirit, trust in your guides and your intuition. They're guiding you in the right direction towards this new life that you deserve. And make sure you're not striking back at whatever confrontational situation you're dealing with. And let the scales balance themselves out as some necessary changes do happen in your life and certain things do come to an end. Because it's the end of all of this frustration for you, I feel. Powerful, powerful week of change and beginnings. All right. So on that note, Taurus, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to my wonderful channel. And go on down below and do like this video and leave me a comment. Let me know how this is resonating with your personal situation. And yeah, while you're down there, shoot me an email. Let me know which personal reading you would like to book, as well as if you have a yes or no question with the pendulum. I can do that for you too. And I hope you guys have the most amazing week, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Taurus.